God, I got to ask you, man, is Jimmy Garoppolo an upgrade over Derek Carr?
He's definitely an update, right? He's an updated version. It's like your new iPhone, right? You need the newer model. That's probably Jimmy G.
I kind of feel like they play very similarly. Maybe I'm crazy. Sorry to cut you off, but when I said upgrade, I was like, kind of an update, right? Like a little bit of new tires, I don't know.
Right. He's the newer Lamborghini model, right? Yeah, no, I mean, I would say this. He's definitely a downgrade in durability. We've talked about that. I don't necessarily think he is a downgrade in too many other areas, but I mean, it's really not that great. The only thing that I do like is, look, Garoppolo, he needs to get out of the San Fran, right? That's been a tough environment for him, especially the last few years. It's well known that him and Shanahan do not like each other. The other part I would add, don't you think that Jimmy reuniting with McDaniels will it'll get that fire going again, because it'll take him back to the times when he got into the league and he had to prove himself in New England as Brady's backup, had to stay on the roster, and he did so for several years. What do you think?
That's an interesting thing. I think that's the biggest reason why people would be in favor of it. And, it's funny because I don't necessarily know who I would favor between Derek Carr and Jimmy Garoppolo, right? Maybe I said the wrong thing by an upgrade, but maybe just a year ahead for the Carr, right? So we're moving up from a 2013 edition to a 2015, 2016 edition. Less miles on it as well, right? But, there's still some things on that 2013 that might be a little bit better.
But this newer Carr, it's been totaled a couple of times, I'll tell you that.
Well, I got to check the Carfax report, man. I got to see where these injuries have occurred. You're right. There's some damage on there that I wasn't expecting.
Yes.
But no, to get back on track, man, I got to be honest with you. When it comes to Jimmy Garoppolo going to the Raiders, I ask myself one thing. If I was a GM, this is how I look at it. And it kind of goes back to my favorite movie of all time, Moneyball, and the season based on the Oakland A's, and pretty much how they instead of going after and trying to buy stars, they tried to replace stats. They tried to replace wins. That's kind of the approach with Moneyball. And I look at what the Raiders are doing and I go, they went 6-11 last year. Yeah, not a great year. But what does Jimmy Garoppolo bring to that team that is so much better? Like, if there's one thing I have to lean my hat on, what's he do? Well, he's a winner. And yeah, maybe that's with the 49ers. Maybe that's with New England. But he did work with the same guy at New England when he was getting those wins. And I can see McDaniels and company going, you know what? We need wins, and we need them desperately. And for some reason, he may not be an upgrade as a passer. He may not be an upgrade, in terms of his commitment level. We don't know these things. I'm just saying, when you look at Jimmy Garoppolo, he wins games. He's a winner. He's always been a winner. He doesn't have losing seasons. That's what they're trying to bring to the Raiders.
I feel like after our opening segment,